Hello from FirstEnergy Stadium. In the NFL, you can win games in a lot of different ways, and that was the case on this Sunday as the Browns come off the bye week and they hang on and beat the Houston Texans for an important win to get them to 6-3 on the year. The final score was 10-7. Now, the Browns went to school and learned their lesson from a couple of weeks ago when they got out-weathered by the Las Vegas Raiders. Remember a couple of weeks ago, the wind, the snow, the sleet, and all of the bad field conditions against the Raiders, and the Raiders just settled in and ran the football against the Browns and were patient and won the game 16-6. Well, same scenario on this Sunday afternoon as the game was actually delayed for over a half hour because of an emergency weather situation that sent the teams and the crowd underneath for protection. But when it came back out onto the field and when it was time to play, the Browns found their identity once again. You know what they did in the early part of the year when they won those games and got off to that 4-1 start. They ran the football. They are a running football team. And the 1-2 punch of Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt, that's what got them over the finish line on this day to 6-3. And now dreams of a playoff are back on track once again as they beat the Texans by 3 points. Now how it unfolded in the game, the Browns right away came out and were crisp offensively and kicked a field goal, not an easy thing to do on this day, from 41 yards out by Cody Parkey. And it remained that way well into the second half when finally the Browns got their running game going and Nick Chubb carried the final 35 yards on a touchdown drive, and the Browns ended up going ahead in the game by a score of 10-0. But the Texans came back led by the great quarterback Deshaun Watson. He hit Pharaoh Brown for a touchdown. Suddenly it's 10-7, and then the Browns had catastrophe hit on the ensuing kickoff. Donovan Peoples-Jones mishandled the kickoff, fumbled it, kicked it, recovered it, but the Browns started at their own 3. Now, what would they do? They would run the ball, and that's exactly what they did as Kareem Hunt got them some big first downs, and then Nick Chubb gave them one of the great plays for an intelligent football player to do. On a 3rd down and 3 from his own 40-yard line, he took a pitch to the left sideline, got wide, got the first down, and then broke free, and he was gone for what looked to be a 60-yard touchdown. But instead, ever the pro, Nick Chubb went out of bounds at the Texans' 1-yard line, making it a 59-yard carry, but ensuring that the Texans would not get the ball back anymore. A brilliant move by Chubb. I'll tell you what, you line up 100 NFL players, and I think 100 NFL players would have taken that and scored the touchdown. But we have Nick Chubb, thank heavens for that. And the Browns players and coaching staff appreciate him more and more each day he puts on that orange helmet. So the Browns end up winning the game 10-7. They're 6-3, and the Eagles are coming to town next Sunday. Is it winnable? Yes. Can they beat the weather? Maybe they'll have to do it again. But on this Sunday, they did both. They beat the Texans, they beat the weather, and thank heavens for Nick Chubb. Final score, Browns 10, Texas 7. As the Browns go to 6-3, I'm Jim Donovan for WKYC.com.